It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington as 2K Sports brings you today's Action Live. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. The Washington Wizards coming to this one following a loss to Orlando. Here's Carrington. Pass to Johnson. Now Olynyk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Koulibaly gets it to go. And you look at these teams, Tim, both full of a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, a lot of... Wow, what a play! Unbelievable!
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. On the wing, Johnson. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebound, Utah. To the wing right side. Buck 3. Bailey misses. And it's Washington's ball. Carrington with the ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Johnson gets the bucket.
That wingspan of Johnson helps him score around the rim. It's about 6'10", which is very good for a wing.
Here's Kessler. Bricks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Wizards. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Here's Johnson. A second chance effort, and it's good on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff. That's a tough start for them offensively. Now just 1 for 5 from the field. They've got to find their groove.
Olynyk can't hit. Jazz trailed by 4. Into the lane and taken away by Johnson. Back to Koulibaly. And he dunks it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And here's Utah. They trail by 6. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. No scoring in this one. 4 on the shot clock. They could use a bucket. Johnson with the rebound. Washington leading now by 6. Here's Koulibaly to the middle. Now, here's Johnson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Latrey releases. They grab their own miss. Pass to Carrington. Left side, Bradley. Johnson outside. Goes back up. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Collier. He's guarded by Johnson. Now Olynyk takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get a high percentage at the rim.
Pass to Bradley. Now Koulibaly. From deep, Johnson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Johnson's got 7 points.
Oh, great.
Whoa! What a play!
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Pass to Olynyk. Back to Johnson. And it's Utah with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Assist goes to.
And he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. Master Olynyk. And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Kyle Filipowski. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And the Wizards with possession. It's a 5-point game. The Wizards working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Carrington. Another shot. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
At the line for the Wizards.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Wizards.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor is their damage from the mid-range area.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Washington leading now by 7. Carrington with the ball. Nothing on the board. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by Edwards. Rebounded by the Wizards.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Pass to Vukcevic. Now, here's Lyons. Middleton outside. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Vukcevic.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Here's Nurkic. The Jazz again can't hit it. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. Count it.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Hendricks. Takes the 3. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Wizards leading by 11. Takes it down to Middleton. And here is Lyons. Here's Carrington. Can't cash in from close range. Jazz trailed by 11. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Trying to get something going. Out to Edwards. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Wizards with possession. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Kyle Anderson.
Pass to Vukcevic. For 3, Middleton. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Utah substitution. Jack Landale. Sensational.
Here's Carrington with 1 on the clock. And so it's Washington holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing up.
The Jazz.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Jazz trailed by 9. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Middleton outside. Shoots over Markkanen. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Vukcevic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Middleton can't get it to go. Jazz trailed by 11. To the inside. Here's Filipowski. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Middleton for three. Another miss by Middleton.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
So oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And it's Mathurin missing. Well, with the basket here, they could get back to within single digits. Here's Bailey. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bailey's got it back down to single digits for the Jazz.
With Bailey's shooting skills, you might want to see more of that from him.
There's a screen. Hits it down to Middleton. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McCollum. And again, Washington, no good.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
On the wing, Mathurin. Hasn't made one yet. It's good. And the Wizards lead by 10.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
In transition, here come the Jazz. And Kessler throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Wizards. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And that one drops for him. Bailey's got 5 points so far.
And at about 6'9", Bailey is good at using that size inside. Looking like a polished vet on that tape.
Bangs home the trifecta.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And he slams that one down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. Tim, when you think of the players, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
Well, LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your 4 teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jazz trailed by 12. And he drives in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call. foul.
Personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, he was overthinking that. He's usually automatic from the line.
An easy 2 points on the layup. McCollum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Wizards.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
McCollum, pass to Bradley. Johnson outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer, no good. Jazz trailed by 14. And it's Martin penetrating and finished off by Martin.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Goodwin. Lets a floater go. Hendricks pulls it in. 3-on-3. Here's Sensabaugh. And it's off from three-point range. Wizards leading by 12. Screen by Olynyk. Pass to Johnson. Left side, Bradley. McCollum outside. Back to Bradley. Snatched away. Here's Goodwin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Utah's shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Goodwin.
For Utah.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Change here. Here's Carrington. Still without a basket. 1:57 left in the first half. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And you watch Bub Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
.129 left to play in the first half. Here's Carrington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. Washington shooting their sixth and seventh free throws in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
On the wing, Carrington.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Wizards have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Now Carrington. He has 6. Great D that time from Martin. They push it up 4 on 3. And that one is stuffed right through.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Johnson. Rebounded by the Jazz. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Martin missing. Here's Carrington. Misses in close. Up in time. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Washington going into the break with a 10-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Jazz trailed by 10. Here's Collier. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Collier's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Jazz. Pass to Johnson. And here is Olynyk, defended by Filipowski. Outside, Markkanen. And they double up Markkanen. Put it down hard!
Watch out below. Woo!
And that one is hammered home.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Right there, they served it up to Johnson just the way he likes it.
A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, it's still a good start to the half. They had to miss sometime.
On the wing, Koulibaly. Off target from outside.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
And finished off by Bailey.
And Bailey isn't bashful at attacking the basket, using those long strides to his advantage.
Johnson in the corner. From downtown, Filipowski grabs the board.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field. Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Inside, here's Kispert. Left side, Markkanen. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Carrington with the ball. 6 points for him. Clock at 6. Johnson outside. Here's Koulibaly. And again, Washington no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Johnson right side. The Wizards working the ball around now. A wide open look here for Koulibaly. And another miss by Washington. Here's Collier. Washington with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. On the wing, Johnson. Here's the 3. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Jazz trailed by 6. And it's Collier missing. 3-on-3. Lets the three fly. And another miss by Washington.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
With the drive. Kessler in the post. And Kessler throws it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of player. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Wizards leading by 4. It's stolen by Edwards. Fires the 3. Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
Something you'd like to see more of from Johnson. The rookie can't do it all on his own out there.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Olynyk can't hit. Jazz trailed by 4 to the left wing. Wasted no time on that one. Goodwin's got 5 points so far.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Cullen. Bradley can't get it to go. Pass to Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Nurkic has got the lead up to 1 now for the Jazz.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
From past the arc. Tips it up with the second effort. Rebound, Washington. Pass to McCollum. Back to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Go into the rack with energy and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Here's Sensabaugh. The Jazz with another miss.
2 minutes.
Middleton on the wing. Trying to find Bradley. Gets it to him. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 6. Jazz trailed by 3. 1:43 left to play in the third. Pass to Nurkic. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Middleton. Takes it off the glass. Middleton's got his second bucket tonight. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Washington.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. That aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third.
On the court.
Here's Collier. And it's Bailey in the corner. Outside for Martin. Tries yet again. Pass to Bailey. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Rebound by the Wizards.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. From down in the low post, it goes. Now it's a 7-point Washington lead. Down low. Here's Martin. Missed inside. And the Wizards with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to the right wing. Here's Furphy. And a miss there on the triple. It's stolen by Mathurin. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's McCollum. Here's Lyles. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Washington out in front.
The Jazz. 50.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Wizards leading by 7. McCollum right side. Outside Mathurin. Off target from 3-point range. So it's Utah now. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Mathurin. Here's Vukcevic. And it's sent back by Kessler. To the paint. Here's Filipowski.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
In transition, here come the Jazz. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Vukcevic can't hit.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And he jams it with authority.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Filipowski. Offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Vukcevic. Now Mathurin. Here's Furphy. Off target with his 3. Drives to the hoop. And it's Collier missing. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Washington. Leading by 5. And Utah making a change here.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz.
Outside Mathurin. Over Bailey. And again, Washington no good. And he gets the bucket.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
On the wing, Mathurin. And that one was clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And battling against the interior of that defense, nice to see that Mathurin has that toughness. Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
Well, he left some points at the line, but the important thing is they're still up 2 possessions.
Markkanen from outside. They get the rebound. Kessler. No good there. Wizards leading by 4. Outside Mathurin. And here's McCollum for 3. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Over in the corner, Mathurin. No good with the triple.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Wizards leading by 7. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to McCollum. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Bailey. Rebound, Washington. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Vukcevic. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Washington. On the wing, Johnson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
Washington ball.
Clock at 4. The Wizards need to get a shot off here.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Markkanen in the corner. Banked in off the glass.
Look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block. It imposes his will.
Here's Johnson. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
That's an awesome defensive effort. A great contest right at the rim.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Number 13. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And here's McCollum. Pass to Vukcevic. 6 to shoot. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Bailey misses.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He's ready to talk things through with them. Carrington with the ball. They set the pick. No good with the layup. Jazz trailed by 5. And now here's Goodwin. The fast break chance. Here he goes. It's tipped. Shot clock at 5. Nurkic. Count it.
Yusuf Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Carrington with the ball. Now defended by Goodwin. Nurkic there for the rebound. Jazz trail by 3. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Carrington. Now Koulibaly.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Now Carrington. Now Koulibaly. 5 on the clock. Nurkic with the double team. The 3 doesn't go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. That one misses. The Wizards with the lead. Now Koulibaly. .122 left in the fourth. Carrington with the ball. And again unable to change the momentum here. To take the lead. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. He takes it in.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
They trail by 3. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. Well, this team has a lot of confidence in Johnson, and he has a lot of confidence in himself.
30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
His effort has been there since the opening tip. He is leading the way by example.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Sees him with the putback.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Utah calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Bailey. Oh, the dunk!
And no shortage of agility for Bailey. He just leaps up to the rim.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
First personal foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Safe to say, that should do it. This is why making free throws down the stretch is so important.
Shoots it. The putback. That one goes.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so it's Washington who's straight by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.